Citrus fruits are complex. It is believed that there are 5 ancestral species or true species from which all citrus fruit originates from. There are citrons, which come from India and China, but they're just boring, bland citrons. There are kumquats, which are slightly less bland because their name is fun to pronounce. Kumquats? Kumquat. Kumsquats? Number 3 in the family are the pepetas, which, have you ever heard of a pepeta? I definitely haven't, but moving on, it gets a bit more interesting with the pomelo, or the Citrus maxima. Most citrus hybrids have some originating path leading back to the pomelo, including the grapefruit. Tangerine tangent, the grapefruit used to be called pomelo, whilst the pomelo was just referred to as Citrus maxima, which is way cooler. But there is one true winner out of all of the 5 ancestral species, the mandarin. Okay, so they're not actually mandarins, but they're mandarin oranges. Mandarins that you can buy in the store are a crossing between mandarin oranges and pomelos. Furthermore, the term mandarin may be used for all smaller, easily peelable citrus, so they are mandarins. And then there's tree and wild mandarins, and there's mandarins which are completely distinct to other mandarins and might possibly lead to another true species of mandarins. But let's not get into that now. Mandarins are so confusing that there's been infighting between citrus botanists. The water tennis and Swingle. Pringle should have Swingle flavored Pringles, the Swingle Pringle. He proposed that there were only 3 species of mandarin, and thinking that he could help solve the issue, another citrus botanist came in, Herbert John Weber. He divided mandarins into 4 groups, including the mandarin itself. Herbert, this doesn't help at all. Japanese botanist Josaburo Tanaka disagreed, identifying 5 groups with a total of 36 species. Tanaka is the one responsible for over 180 citrus names, including the tangerine. The whole point of me making this video originated from when I wanted to know what the Dutch translation to tangerine was. Turns out it's Mandarin, but tangerines aren't mandarins, and there's no word in the Dutch language for tangerines. I started looking into it, and this citrus rabbit hybrid hole is weird. Okay, so second and last tangerine tangent. When I looked into this, so the Wikipedia page for Mandarin orange says it's a species of orange, but then shows that the orange is a species of Mandarin oranges. Tangerines are a hybrid between Mandarin oranges and pomelo. The name was first used for fruit coming from Tangier, Morocco, before the nomenclature was properly established. But there is still confusion on the classification, as the Tanaka classification system rules that tangerines are a separate species, whilst the Swingle system says that they're a subclass of mandarin varieties. And to make it even more confusing, the term tangerine can be applied to any reddish-orange mandarin. So you could technically call a mandarin a tangerine, but you could also call a tangerine a mandarin, technically. There are lemon mandarin mandarins and sweet orange mandarin mandarins, where the sweet orange is a crossing of another type of hybrid mandarins and pomelos. But there are also clementines, which is a hybrid between, you guessed it, mandarin oranges and sweet oranges, thus technically making it a mandarin and thus a tangerine, but no, it's a tango. And to add to the name confusion of it all, besides tangerines and tangos, there's also the tangelo, which is a crossing between tangerines and pomelos, but sealing as it is easily peelable and reddish orange, it's also a tangerine and a mandarin. This is getting a bit much. I think when the English say tangerine, and it gets translated with Mandarin and Dutch, as long as they're talking about the term Mandarin and not the fruit Mandarin, it could be technically correct, but it would be more suitable to just create a word for tangerine in the Dutch language. So I'll just call them tangerines or mandarins. Wait, so what are oranges?